The blazing bars, yo, they waiting for it. I said, what? You know we waiting for it. Even me, you know we waiting for it. Hey, yo, Lee, you know.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Blades and Bars. We getting it in real quick. Got a very special guest in the building.
Yo.
Got your boy Mikee Mula in the building. Say what's up to the people, man.
How everybody doing? What's going on, man? It's Mikee Mula.
We out here.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here.
You better believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with the show, man. Super dope show.
Appreciate it. So, you got your boy AJ here.
As always, Fonz.
So, we about to dive right into it. My man Mikee Mula definitely got a new project out.
Yes, sir.
How did you feel? I might have set it up. How did you feel? Because I see how you set up the names. Because I want to talk about that. Because that was interesting as hell. Like,
we
I'm like, yo, how did? So the Winter Story 2.
Right.
And the way you named the tracks. How did you come up with the Winter Story? Like, why is that title?
Well, the first Winter Story, it was kind of a play on words. It was like a double entendre.
Okay.
The first Winter Story I put out in January of it was 3 years ago. So it was a play of words. The second one, I knew as long as I put it out first quarter, shit, it was still winter. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, here it is.
So you know how shit works. I ended up putting out, when you put something on these streaming platforms, they got different times that you got to wait for it to upload on the platforms.
Right.
Just so happens that shit just uploaded the last day of winter.
Okay.
So, I mean, I was going to keep the name anyway, but it just so happens it worked out better for me in that regard. You know what I mean? And as far as the titles to the names, for real, nigga smoke, man. I was just me and my man was smoking because I had all the songs had a completely different name.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? When the songs were recorded, they all had different names.
Got you. Why did you change it?
I was sitting with my mans,
okay,
and I was playing him the joints
and
organizing the track list.
Okay.
And he was like, yo, what's the names of all these joints? And I was just reading them. When you record in the studio, you really just call it whatever you call it that night.
Yeah. Right, okay.
So, he just told me straight up, like, your title is ass, bro.
Shout to him.
That's an exclusive.
Straight up. Shout to my man Els, yo.
Els, good job, Els.
That's my boy, though, you know what I'm saying? I trust his music opinion very, very closely. So,
okay.
He was like, yo, you got to give it some better names than that, you know what I'm saying? So then I said, all right, cool. So we started thinking, smoking. I'm like, yo, I'm about to just start naming this shit after some funny ass winners. Like, I was like, what you mean?
Hey, yo, hold on, wait. Chuck Norris is a winner?
Fuck yeah.
Is he not?
I looked it up.
What did he win?
You can talk about Chuck. Chuck was a world champion.
What did he win?
Run it down, yo.
Chuck was a world champion.
In what?
Check your Googles in karate. Chuck kick ass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chuck kick ass.
I just remember the show. bro.
That's all I remember.
You never seen Sidekicks, bro? Come on.
Hey, bro, Chuck kick
I
ass.
know he was. I just saw the show.
I looked it up because I'm like, damn, is Chuck bullshit? I wasn't sure whether I thought he might be bullshit at first. I Googled him like, yo,
so you
hold
thought
up.
all those memes about Chuck Norris were just whack? Like, they wasn't true?
They're not lying about They're not lying about Chuck.
Nah. So, I mean, because I got...
Chuck fought Bruce Lee.
And lived, yo.
Bruce Lee fucked him up, but he fought him in a movie.
Hey, man.
You can't fake fighting Bruce.
All I'm saying is, when I think the Winter Story, I was thinking, because I'm going on what you have. You got Shane Battier, you got Robert Ory, you got Tanya Harding. I'm like, okay, I see. There, but when I looked at Chuck Norris, I'm like, what did Chuck Norris win?
You
Like,
gotta check Chuck out, man.
Nah, I'm going to check him out. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Shouts to Chuck, man.
Shout to Chuck, yo.
I'm gonna fuck around good with him, man.
Yo, that'd be hard.
Word, that would be hard, man. I don't know what type of music Chuck is into, but
Country
just reaches your head, Chuck.
Country.
You heard? You see, we in country now. We got what's the little dude name? Lil Nas X or some shit.
Lil Nas
X. Yeah, we in country. We got that.
We'll take that.
Country is rap anyway, man. We just different instruments.
They got mad stories and
that shit is rap, man.
Just some horses.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, backroom trap.
Yeah, back room in the woods. All right, so let's start with the Winter Story. So by the way, I'm the one that caught that bar.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
I'm the one that
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that.
I said, the way you set that up, I said, yo, I don't think nobody else would really understand that if they wasn't from Jersey. You do that, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's the best part about me rapping is I don't know who gets what, but I know for a fact a majority of people ain't getting it. So whoever does get it, for me, I'm thrilled every time. You know what I mean?
I saw you said.
My shit ain't for everybody.
I see y'all listening. We listen.
Yeah,
we listen to bars.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
Winter Story. I think that was a dope intro, yo.
Okay, I appreciate
to the
that.
joint. Like,
Appreciate
I
that.
I like how you came on that joint, man. And I was listening to it like, that could have been, that's an intro, but do you make that like a leading song? Because it's dope by itself. I don't know if you really had a chance to sit outside of your own project.
That's the only place that song could have went on that project.
So,
no, I agree.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Like, me personally, I always feel like the intros set off the whole album. Like,
That
so
was a
when
vibe.
you made the intro, did you know like, yo, this is it?
This is
like,
the one.
Yo, that's the first. Yeah, when I recorded that shit was called Intro from the rap. I didn't have no.
Alright, so that was the name of
I
it.
didn't have a project recorded. Like I was like,
Right.
yo, whatever my next project is, that shit is
gotta
the
be-
intro.
right.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when you
So-
recorded it, like, did you think like I gotta have it? Was it for an intro period, or was it just like when you made it into one? Like, did you go into it?
When I was writing it, I said at some point in a song, I said it's a winter story. Step back, do some inventory. But that's like then to the end of the rhyme. You know what I mean? So what happened was I wrote some of it. You know, you write a little bit, go back to it. Write a little bit, go back to it. I went back to it at some point and was like, yo, I gotta say winter story in this shit.
Hold on, I mean cut you off.
Go ahead.
You said when you wrote it, went back to it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you saying that you still write. You know, nowadays every rapper
With a
I don't
freestyle.
write.
They
I don't
freestyle.
write.
I'm
You know
right.
what I mean?
I'm right.
We-
Freestyle.
Everything
All
is
right.
up here like
It's therapeutic. All right for me.
you know what I mean?
You know
Nah,
what
I
I'm
appreciate
saying?
it. Like
That's
you still
right
being
for me.
genuine.
You right
to-
just to get it off his chest.
Yeah,
Clear his
I
mind. He said it.
appreciate
Let's
that.
let it
You
on.
still being genuine to the culture though. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, really quick, I want to go back to this line.
Okay.
That's in the story because I don't want to mess it up. So, could you say it because I thought it was very clever.
Which
so
one we talking about?
It's
Exactly.
the never playing when the metal
Never playing. When that metal land, it's all fair. They
Listen,
gonna have to open the ground. Nobody fucked it.
Yeah, yo, so when he said that, I said, "Oh my god,
That's hard.
So I rewinded. I said, maybe I didn't get it.
Right.
I didn't get it. Let me rewind it.
Right.
Then he came again. I said, I still didn't get it. Let me rewind it one more time. And then I was like, yo, don't if you listening to this, you gonna see like
Right.
that's you got to definitely be from Jersey to understand that, or
Yeah.
know where MetLife Stadium is at.
Right,
You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
you got to be a
right,
Giant
right.
fan to know
Right.
what that is,
Or been to
and
Summer
the
Jam.
time of the summer jam. But I mean, it's really more so in the summertime, right? You know what I'm saying? When the fair come in town, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like.
Yeah.
But you got to be from Jersey to kind of know that, and I thought,
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
boy,
yeah,
that he represent
definitely.
right there. Like,
Yeah, you
I like how you did that.
I'm heavy into that though. I'm heavy into that, man. Like that's why rap is dope, man. If you listen to a nigga from Milwaukee, I want to know about Milwaukee. I want to listen to the music and be like, oh shit, he went to Sam's.
Right.
We don't know what the fuck Sam's is,
Right.
but maybe Sam's is who got the poppin' sandwiches in Milwaukee. Like,
Yeah, Sam's
I
got
want
the
to know.
sandwiches.
I want to know what's in Milwaukee. You understand?
I
what
want
I'm
to hear
saying?
about the Brewers. You feel
I
me?
make it a point of interest to have all local references. Like,
I like that.
I'm big on that. You
I
know
like
what
that.
I mean?
That's dope.
And it don't even matter if I got fans in Sweden and they don't know what I'm talking about. If they're a fan of the music, eventually they'll know what I'm talking
They'll
about.
catch on to it.
They look it up.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll look it up.
Everything is available to look up. You know what I'm
They'll look it
saying?
up.
Do your
If I
Google,
name a
man.
joint Chuck Norris and you think Chuck ain't a champion, you know.
Nah, chill. You take a shot at me just now?
Nah, come on.
No,
You know,
that's crazy, bro. I honestly did not
You
know.
understand what I'm
Say yes,
saying?
say yes, Sean.
I honestly didn't know. That's crazy. All right, Shane Battier. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
Who
Shane.
featured on that?
That's my man, Nasty Ness, yo. Shout out to my nigga Nasty Ness, man.
All right. Shout out to you, brother.
I just spoke to him earlier today and shit. He's like one of my mans who I see every couple years.
Okay.
And he literally just popped in. I recorded that record in my man's crib. We had, I got the little on the road studio too.
Okay.
So I recorded it at my man's house. He's in the military. Shout out to my man. That's so
Military man.
Oh, all right,
Of
dope.
course.
That's what's up. So like I said, I don't be seeing him, yo. So he just popped up. Like, oh shit, and that's what up. He be doing music. I say, yo, the song, it was a completely different beat that song was over. It was just my verse.
Okay.
Follow me? So it wasn't really a song. It was like a freestyle or an unfinished record. I wasn't going to keep the song on the project.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, shit, it's cool, but I don't feel like writing a second verse to it, whatever. Long story short, my man act like, yo, let Ness jump on the joint. Alright, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But this is the crazy part about it. First of all, he bodied that verse.
He did.
Second of all, I'm like, yo, you got something for this? He's like, yeah, come on. Bro just stood up and recorded it like, oh.
On top, he's like, he didn't write that down.
I don't know if
He already had it. Like,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he wrote it. I don't
jump
think he freestyled it.
Yeah, for sure.
But he already had it in his brain.
And he couldn't have wrote to a song he never heard. But bro really was like, oh, word? You want me on the song? Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I was amazed. Like, damn, he bodied that. Man.
jumped up
He
there and
pulled
just
that
did his
one.
thing.
Yeah, he
I
killed
was
it.
waiting for this moment.
Right.
It bugged
since
me
you
out,
said that.
bro. That bugged me out, yo. Like, damn, he did that. You know what I'm saying?
I got a nerd question for you.
Shoot.
Okay.
How do you feel about bar structure, and is it important to you?
To me, yeah. To me, it's very important.
Why is
to
that?
me, that shit is paramount, man. Because I'm a fan of lyricism. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan first.
Absolutely.
First and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Before I started writing, I memorized every song that was coming on the radio. I was that kid. You understand what I'm saying?
I know. I definitely know.
So that's what got me into rapping. Like,
Right.
to keep it a buck with you, shit. Remember that pun shit? The dead in the middle of Little Italy. Little did we know the middleman did. I knew that shit in like 5th grade, bro. I was running with that shit.
Yeah.
And I was lit in middle school saying that. That's kind of what made me want to rap. I'm like, yo, bro, I was getting off
Shout
of
out
his
to
shit,
Pun.
bro.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Pun.
Big Pun. Rest in peace to the legend, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Rest in peace to the legend, man. Rest in
Right.
peace. Rest in peace to Nipsey as well, man. I can't even keep on talking without the shit is heavy on my mind. You know what I mean?
100%, bro.
My
I
energy
don't
is
want to
super
throw. I
low.
don't want to throw the shit off or nothing.
Nah,
we
I can't be genuine and sit here and talk about anything regarding hip hop and not.
Not
we
say-
definitely
You understand what I'm
was putting
saying,
that in
though?
there.
Like-
we definitely was putting that in there. We've been
That's-
talking
yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
And I
last hour.
and y'all the ones who told me. Like I found out when I just got here, so
Yeah, we definitely been talking about that.
it's fucked up. But
it's hard to even think about something like that, because when you really think about it, like in the grand scheme of things, we're all a
Right.
big community. You know what I'm saying?
That's
absolutely,
So-
that's a fact, man.
Yo,
That's a fact.
he was literally in LA, but we're hearing about this in New Jersey, and we're like, yo, I'm like, me personally, and I'm sure I can speak for everybody else. Like, I'm stuck right now.
It's crazy.
I mean, I looked up to him. To be quite
Come on,
honest
man.
with you,
Talk
you know
about
what I'm saying. I
Talk
looked
about
up to him point blank. Period. Not just on a musical level, but
Right.
I just liked.
On
I like the way that he held himself up. You know what I'm saying? He held himself up in a certain way. You feel me?
It's
Like,
for something.
Yeah, we just talked about that. I was letting him know, like, Nipsey, no disrespect, like I was never a fan of his music. I was the fan of him.
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
Like,
Understandable,
for what
understandable.
he's still for, you know, how, like you said, how he carried himself. Like, yeah,
Right.
like, and then I got into his music.
and
you know
that's
what I mean?
same
You know what I
thing
mean?
with me,
Like,
bro. Same thing with me, bro.
Once I seen, like,
Same
oh,
thing
he
with me,
rapper
bro.
from Cali. Oh, he really out here.
Eventually,
But-
man, if if you think somebody's a stand-up dude like that, eventually you gotta see what type of, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta see what they talking about.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And the more I listen to the content, like, he was incredible, man. So,
And he
again,
was
rest
like-
in peace to him, man. It's fucked up,
Absolutely.
yo. Prayers to his family.
Facts.
All of that. It's just, it's horrible, because he was really on to something where you're talking about ownership. Like, he was instilling that in the next generation after us. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was giving that. Of course, we're all in our mid 20s, 30s, but he was giving that to the kids. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
teaching them
Yeah.
that. He was teaching them how to do this music thing, but make sure that you own 100% of it, so we don't have to worry about the middleman. You know what I'm saying? Like, his main campaign was "F the middleman." You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right,
all
right.
money in, no money out.
Right.
You know what I mean? This was really, man. All right, I'm good. All right, go ahead.
We say that for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that's why I said, you know what I'm saying? I just had to.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I
Though.
couldn't not say it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't not say that. You understand what I'm saying? So
That's 100%.
I ain't mean to
I would
shift
love to
Nah,
go
it's all
into
good.
deep,
It's all
but
good. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get too emotional for it, so I'm gonna hold
I
on.
understand.
But-
I understand.
Shane
Understand.
Battier.
I got another. Oh, you want to talk about Shane Battier?
Nah, we just there. I wanted to go to the interlude because you sneaky, man.
You see, I left that shit called interlude. I couldn't think. That didn't give me no vibe of no champion and nothing. I thought about it for a long time. I said that's called interlude, man.
You sneaky, cause yo.
It's my favorite song I made, man.
Yo, that joint, I'm about to say,
My
listen,
bad.
brother, let me give you some love on that.
Nah, I appreciate
That
it.
thing is fire,
Been
bro.
writing
Like,
rhymes since I was 11 years old. That's my favorite song I made.
that's
bro.
that's That's one of my
they
favorites.
old. Like I just made that shit recently.
I got 3 favorites. I like every song on there, but I got 3 favorites. Winter Story being my first one.
Okay.
Interlude, and then the General, of course, is my top 3.
Okay.
So, Interlude, why is that your favorite?
Yo, I wrote that whole, I guess, what is it? It's like a long verse.
Mm-hmm.
For real, it's really what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wrote that thought on my last night. I did a 10-day cruise, yo.
Okay.
And it was my first cruise.
Okay.
And the shit was lit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So my lady had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
As you should.
Shouts to Carnival, I think they called, or whoever.
Carnival
it was.
Cruise,
They
okay.
took my money, no doubt about it. Yo, but I had a really good time. So I was and all those places that I was rapping about in the song, I went to, and it was my first time being at all those spots. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, the shit that I wrote it on the deck, on the little deck joint, in a pitch dark, yo. Shit was nighttime. I had the light off on the deck.
Word.
Just wrote it on my phone. And as soon as I came back from the cruise, like 2 days after that, I recorded that shit fresh off. A lot of time, artists, if you write a lot, you know what I'm saying? You'll write something and don't get to record it for 2 months, yo. And then you got to be in the studio trying to remember the exact vibe and the mood that you felt and your mind space when you wrote that shit for you to say it with conviction.
Right. And that passion.
That's why a lot of these young dudes aren't writing. You know what I mean? People can look at it and say that it's lazy, but there's a certain thing that you do gain from just saying that shit.
They're just going off that vibe that's right there.
That's a vibe. It's a certain inflection in your voice is different. If I start freestyling right now about the shit that's right here, it's gonna sound different than if I rap a verse that I memorized right now in here. My voice ain't even gonna be the same.
Right.
So I think, you know what I mean? So I think they gain that.
They do.
You know
They
what
do.
I mean?
I see what you're saying.
I say that to say I recorded that shit right off the cruise.
So I have a question for you though.
Right.
So it's very, very ironic that we just talked about Nip and Nip being someone you looked up to, because that's the vibe I got
Okay.
from that interview. It was like
That's dope.
It's a really good grown vibe. Like, it's an adult ass.
It ain't nothing street going on. In that
Right.
one.
It's an adult ass vibe that you give, and it just, I guess, it reminded me of him in that song, and I was like, yo, boy, he got that. That was the one he got.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
I mean, the interlude, boy, when I tell you, really stands out. I'm sad that you snuck in interlude and didn't name it something, because I
didn't know what to name it.
Thing.
I didn't know what to name it, for real.
I mean,
who else won? LeBron James. I don't know. You could have won anybody. I don't know. Kobe. I don't know anybody.
I mean,
thought about the boat, man. I was gonna name that shit boat. Yo, bro. Shouts to Els for killing me.
You could have named it.
I was gonna name it boat shoes. My man was like, yo, that's ass. Yo,
Yo,
What's
that's ass, dog. I'm like, word. I thought the song is hard. He like, yo,
shout out to
I love
Els.
the song, but that name is ass, my boy. Like,
What's
oh
his name?
shit.
What's his name?
Who?
Royce the 5'9"?
Got boat shoes the fuck
Oh,
out of
Pablo
here.
Boat?
Yeah, you could have named it Royce the 5'9", B.
I mean,
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
We'll get him next time.
Yeah,
man.
I'm saying, you know, the EP.
I tried, man.
But you know,
I ran out of gas on that one.
You succeeded, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the
joints like
project
that is
fine.
needed though. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's a timeless. That interlude. shit
And
timeless.
yo, I love using the term interlude because I feel like interludes don't nobody have interludes on that shit no more.
But that wasn't no interlude. That was
It
a
wasn't an
dope
interlude
song,
at all,
bro.
but it is an interlude.
I mean,
That's why I said
like
you
it.
was sneaking.
It is an interlude though,
No, because,
because
I
it's
mean,
music. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You can get kind of funny when it comes to music. You can get funny with them labels, man.
Yeah, you can.
Bobby.
It ain't no hook.
No, it's not.
It ain't a freestyle because I wrote it. So what we gonna call it? An
It's
interlude.
definitely an interlude. I mean,
It's a
and plus,
thought.
like,
One long thought.
in my opinion, I feel like after that point, the mode shifted a little bit.
Right,
You started
right,
getting
right,
it.
right.
So like you needed that.
You absolutely do
You know what I
listen.
No, it did.
After
That's
the
what I was
interlude,
definitely
after the
gonna say.
interlude, after the interlude,
Everything-
the project shifted a little bit.
Yeah,
So I do got a question for you.
Okay.
He not gonna like this.
I'm definitely not proud.
Okay, yeah, let's get it going. Let's get the
You had
tension going.
7 total songs,
Okay.
because the interlude is really a song.
It
so
is.
I'm not gonna take away from it.
It is.
Why 7 songs on this project and not more of a lengthy project, a lengthy song track list?
Because people don't want to listen to more than 7 songs, man.
Why is that? Can you expound on that a little bit?
Some people do want to listen to more than 7 songs. It's a minority. But my motto as an artist is I cater to the minority. Mm-hmm. So
respect.
I do have some projects that are going to be a little bit more lengthy. Like bro, I got a whole nother project recorded already. I got about 15 keepers. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So now it ain't nothing but getting them things mixed. And that next project gonna be different. That shit is not even gonna be the same vibe as this one. As you know.
Right.
I love the project. I love when the story.
So when you get ready for projects, studio sessions, like, do you have like a certain vibe that you start out with, or is it like whatever happens? Because I know some people, you know, I'm about to record an album, everything gets shuts down. You know what I mean? You go in the zone. I gotta have my Skittles. I gotta have my Pepsi. You know what I mean? Shut the lights off, relax. Or is it just like when you wake up, I'm going?
A lot of the time, for real, I just go to the studio a lot. So it's like, all right, I'll do a session this weekend, get one song done. Go do a session, and then next thing you know, you're like, all right, I got 10 songs. Then you try to arrange it as a project. I've done that in the past. Mm-hmm. I don't like doing it like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now I like to try to capture lightning in a bottle. So like,
I like that
if I'm in a writing mood, if I'm in a mood of writing, and I'm trying to get 20 beats arranged that I like, go get a half a zip and lock in. You understand what I'm saying? And write kind of with the same type of vibe, so that it captures all one type of vibe. I write the whole project in 1 week. That week, that's how I saw the world. The next month, I may feel completely different. You understand what I'm saying? But I would prefer to capture my mood in that time. That's how I like to do it now. You know what I'm saying?
A capsule, basically.
Yeah, so it sounds like one brain that came up with the whole project. Otherwise, if you record one song, then 6 months later record the second song,
it's choppy.
You don't even feel the same.
Right, it's not the same vibe.
You're not the same person.
Yeah.
6 months from now, none of us gonna be the same people we are today.
That's true.
On this project, it actually worked for you.
It did. But again, it's very different vibes on there, though.
Yeah.
Very different vibes.
I'm saying when you put it all together.
But you're right. It did work.
This one
It did work. I agree with that.
That's dope.
There's one thing I can't agree with, though, as far as the project length. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when it's that short, that's probably all you really had to say, and you needed those 7 songs to paint that picture.
That's true.
So I get that, but I'm greedy. I like a lot of music.
It's an EP model, though, man, and that's the funny thing about music, man. Everybody wants to recreate the will, but to a certain extent, man, a lot of people we do what the market is doing. You know what I mean?
That's true.
People are doing EPs now. Yo, niggas is dropping 3-song EPs.
I'm so annoyed by that.
4 songs. I'm not gonna do that to you.
I'm so annoyed.
I'm not gonna do that to you.
I would say
I'm not gonna do that to you, but I also don't want to give you 15 joints though.
Right.
Look, my attention span is trash. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Right.
So 7 songs
I get that.
is good for me because the difference is I can digest bar for bar, line for line. I can really enjoy the music. I can really then give you a real review on the body of work.
Right.
It's not the song, the length of the songs in terms of track list. Right. It's about what you're saying.
And that's what I'm saying. That shit is dense, yo. It's dense.
Yeah, for sure.
And that way I can really digest and listen.
Right.
And then that way I can go, it's really good, or I can really gauge it. When it's, listen, I'm telling you right now, after the 7th song,
you tuning out?
I'm over. Like, I'm over.
That's you, though.
Another thing is, I don't do a lot of features.
So, let's talk about that.
So, I do features. I don't have a lot of people featuring on my record.
Mikey, slow down for me.
Nah, you got it. What's up?
Do you think features is necessary when you're doing your own project?
I do.
It's a J. Cole question, basically.
No, I don't like how J. Cole does that.
All right, never
J.
mind.
Cole's incredible.
Let's move on to the next subject.
You
didn't follow what I needed him to do.
I got a question. So, being that you said, you've been writing since you was 11, you grew up in an era where it was, double track, CDs,
cassette
tapes,
double disc.
And now you said you put out for the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you miss that. You know what I mean? Because you're a fan of music too. You know what I mean? Even though you go with the masses and what minority wants, do you miss that at times where you're like, why you stop so like where's the rest? You know what I mean?
Do I miss I'm sorry. Rephrase that for me one more
All
time.
right, you grew up in the double tracks, you know what I
Right,
mean? But
right.
now you as an artist, you have to do what the masses want.
To a certain extent.
You as a fan, do
Right.
you miss the double track CDs?
You don't miss it. You don't miss it. I can tell it right now. You don't miss it.
Honestly, it wasn't that many to begin with when we were growing up. Like
Not
that,
really.
like they came a dime a dozen. Really,
The best double disc?
Ever?
Tupac.
Nah, not at all.
I don't really miss the double disc, yo.
You had the best double disc.
Because you know the thing now, you got to put out
had
music
the
more
best?
often. So instead of it being a double disc, you got to put out 3 albums in a year.
Yeah. All right. What's the point?
Album.
It's all, you know what I mean? Though it's all the same content.
It-
man.
it's
It's
just
just
like-
the amount of content they're putting out at one time.
Like you said,
Right, that's true.
you said earlier, the move.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah,
how
I
how
got
you
you.
indulge in is the move.
Drop an album first quarter.
Because
Third
the thing
quarter
now,
drop an EP.
you can have the hottest album in the world. Your shit, nobody's playing your shit more than 3 months. And I'm talking about the big dogs.
Not even 3 months. You mean
If
you
you
might
get 3
a
months
month.
is like a year.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? 3 months now is a
that's
year
the season.
before, yo.
Honestly,
I'm telling you right now, it's 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
why
Weeks
it's special
top.
when an
Dead
album
ass, yo.
can rock the whole year.
You know what I mean?
So
There
it's like,
has-
listen, here's 7 songs, guys. Enjoy it.
Right.
I got 7 more for you waiting. Tell me when you want more.
Right.
there hasn't been an album that rocked that long.
Yeah.
I always seen that it's been singles.
Singles
that
rock
goes-
forever.
That goes that long. You know what I mean? Like Cardi B joint, it'll go. French Montana drops one every year, and it rocks and plays slowly.
Because that's
whole-
2018 was a hell of a year for
You know what I
music,
mean?
though, yo.
So I understand. Like
2018 was a good
our
year for
album
rap,
is
though.
hard to rock all year because there's so much music coming out every week. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
It's a couple albums that came out last year that I rocked for more than a month.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, was last year when Nipsey shit came out?
Yep.
Yeah.
February.
All right, well, I jammed that shit for months.
I still jam
I
it now.
jammed J-Rock's album for months.
Hard.
And
Yep.
crazy thing, that was my first J-Rock project I ever heard.
Really?
bro,
Yeah.
Word is born. I had heard verses from him. I heard, you know, with Black Hippie and on Kendrick shit, but I just happened to turn that on
couldn't
Spotify,
turn it back
and
off.
I never turned it back off, and
That's
I
how
kept
it be.
playing that shit, yo.
Shout out to
Can I recommend
J-Rock.
one J-Rock album for you? The Bump? His first album, Follow Me On. Listen
Okay.
to that,
You got that.
and then holler at me.
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
it's dope. I mean, in my opinion, but
okay. No, J-Rock is tough.
yeah, for sure.
J-Rock
For
is
sure.
hard. I had no clue. I knew he was tough. I didn't know his albums slapped like that, though. His
I mean, but
albums
TDE
hard,
is a
yo.
whole different beast in general. Like
All 4 of
like,
them make incredible albums.
They do.
And then
all-
aside from those 4, you got the other artists like the second tier. I mean,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
second
yeah.
tier, but
The
second generation.
second generation.
Yeah, like you got what's my man name? You got damn.
What's the new
drawing a blank.
Cali
The
dude?
dude
I know
with
you're talking
the
about.
fro? I mean, not fro. We got flat top.
Nah, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't remember his
Reason.
name neither.
Reason.
Okay.
Reason
Who's
is
the new
hard.
dude from Cali who everybody's saying is nice? His name ain't
Rowdy
Reason.
Rich.
Nah, not him
not
too. But
him.
what's my man?
Don't give me
Buddy?
that, man. I don't know.
No, yeah, Buddy is hard, and then
I don't
it's
know
a good
who
couple.
the
Now
guy
he
is.
dropped the album this year, and it's dope.
Got you.
Yo, Cali got a lot of rappers out right now, dog.
Yeah,
It's
they got a lot of
dope.
talent.
speaking of a lot of rappers out,
Right.
Jersey.
Let's talk about it.
It's crazy right now. All the music, all of it. How do you feel?
Jersey's
You
on
see
fire.
now that like people are really appreciating Jersey artists and music like worldwide. It's not just like
in Jersey. No.
in Jersey anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, yo, Jersey is. We always been influential. You know what I'm saying? It's just been kind of overshadowed or not really paid attention to in the same way. But it's people from Jersey everywhere running shit in the country, and it's always been that way, especially with the music industry for a long time. It's just now I like that people are seeing it. It's a lot of artists popping right now too from Jersey like that. I honestly appreciate their shit.
Right,
You know what I mean? So that
Scary.
motivates me. That make me want to keep a foot in the game.
right.
You know what I mean?
Any of them you want to like collab with or like reach out to? We got a surprise song coming out too.
Yeah, I mean it's not a surprise. Shouts out all the artists from Jersey. Shouts. I don't want to start naming them. 'cause
The
the only reason I don't, because it's messed up when you don't name something.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
missed
Yeah, it's
somebody.
like, damn, dog. Then I'm watching.
Shout
You feel
me
me?
out,
I'm watching
right.
it back like, damn, dog. I ain't even say him.
Right. And you got to tag them.
Damn, you feel me? Yeah.
Tag it real quick.
I think where we are as a state musically is something that, in my opinion, is scary because we're all doing something
Right.
creative at the same time, and it's like the pocket is getting bigger, and when it bursts, it's over because they can't stop all of us from doing what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I have another question for you, another nerd
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Just like by listening to your music and like your inflections and like your ad libs, I'm amused by it, and
Okay.
not in a bad way. It just makes me
Nah,
laugh because like
I'm an entertainer. That's dope.
you feel me? So it's like I started laughing, and the question I have for you is like, how do you feel about injecting humor into your lyrics and things
That's
like that?
important, man. I fuck with Devin the Dude, bro.
Yes.
I'm a Devin the Dude fan, bro.
Totally
like,
understand what you mean by
is
that.
funny as hell, bro.
Absolutely. I chuckle
he's
hard.
hilarious, like
For real.
I fuck with 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz is hilarious to me.
2
like,
Chainz it, man.
Like one song in
like
particular.
just funny. Like they might say some shit and I'll genuinely laugh. Like
Right,
yo, shout out,
exactly.
yo.
too.
Cam, I'm a big Cameron
my
fan.
God.
He's a jokester.
Niggas
for
are
real.
funny, man. They
Yeah.
funny, bro. They saying funny shit, man. So like,
One song in particular of yours, like Bossing Up, right?
right.
Like with the ad libs, like you were saying stuff like now please, and it made me laugh because like I was really in the mind of somebody that's like bossing up, and it's like yo, just talking to somebody really crazy, and really greasy, like nah, get my drink, like
Yeah, that song.
it's like real deadpan.
That song made me think about The Office.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
Office.
makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
okay.
Like, yeah, man, I'm a
Got
stoner, man. I'm a stoner. I smoke, and then the shit I enjoy, I end up writing about because I was sitting there
Right.
watching it when I decided to write.
How often
You
are
know
you
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
studio? How often are you in the studio?
Well, now that it's just a laptop and a microphone,
Every day, all day.
I'm in the studio a couple times a week.
Got it.
Not every day, but definitely a couple times a week. More than once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you want this album to? Well, first of all, do you consider it an album or do you consider it an EP or just a project?
I consider it a project, an
All
EP.
right, cool.
I don't say album no more. I think album is like 10 songs or more or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You know, it gets weird with the labeling of the songs. I just know the EP is definitely 7 songs is definitely considered an EP.
Yeah, eight would be the limit, but yeah.
Right.
But yeah. So with that, like, how do you feel? Well, how do you want this album to live? The next, I'm calling it album. I don't care.
That's all good.
How do you?
Get your shit off.
His album.
Get your shit off.
No. How do you feel? I mean, how do you want it to live? Like, how do you want 5, 6, 7 months from now? How do you want people to view it and take it in and receive it?
That's a solid question. Because again, 7 months from now, it's like 70 years of music, man.
Yeah, it'll be almost.
I'm gonna keep
20.
it a band with you. 7 months from now, I'm gonna have 2 more projects out. So
I need
however you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So however they receive that one, that's gonna be the people who are just getting on to me, like new fans or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I would just want them to appreciate it, man. I would want them to think it's dope. But like I'm telling you, every project I'm putting out from here on in, I'm getting far better. Far better. So
I think you dope now. So
how I know I'm dope now, but I'm telling you, but it's plenty of
going to the. I got
plenty
it.
of space for improvement. Though.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Plenty of space.
always growing. I
So
get
speaking of appreciation and fans,
Mhm.
how does it feel now? You know what I mean? Like you got a crazy following, people walk up to you like, yo, you're Mikee Mula, or like, yo, this song and this verse, like, I mean, how does that feel to you?
Well, it's dope because it's, you know, it's a good feeling. That's the reason why you write. But also, I'm socially awkward to a point, so it's like it's kind of weird.
that. Definitely feel you.
It's weird. It's a weird thing. You know what I mean? I'm not no narcissist. Like I'm a humble dude, but I know I'm nice, so it's very weird. It's very weird. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird line to teeter. Like it is.
It's good to be. It's
Now,
good
I
to be
get-
humble.
It's
Bro,
a
when I
weird
say-
line
I
to
say I
teeter. It is good to be humble, but it's not great to be humble though.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's great to be
You gotta-
an
you
asshole.
gotta
It's great
be
to be
able to-
cocky.
You gotta have a balance. Have a balance, man. I understand 100%.
So it's one of those things where like a day later, it's like, yo, he really knew my song.
Yeah, it's always
It's
that.
like a
It's
day
always
later,
that.
you eating like.
It's always that. Like, damn,
Cause
that's
you know I was
crazy,
over at
yo.
what you call him, and somebody came up.
Like,
and
damn,
said,
he got that. Like, that's why I say, even when you send me the DM, I read that like, damn, that's dope, yo. He fucking got what I was trying to say.
I got it, baby.
You know
I
what I'm
listen to
saying?
music,
Like,
bro.
Instant validation. You know?
My ears, bro.
That
Guarantee you, everybody ain't get it though.
Oh, I know they did.
You know what I mean?
I know they
and
do.
I'm cool with that too. Whatever you get is cool. Like,
Right.
I'm all for creating a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So whenever, say if they don't get it, they may come holler like, yo, what you mean by that? Then you can break it down like, oh, and then or they may catch it later.
I'm
on.
never doing that though.
You're not? Why not?
I mean, I would do it on a forum like this.
Oh, of course.
But in just conversation, I'm not breaking down what I meant to somebody. I'm not doing that. I probably wouldn't do that.
Okay. I mean,
You know what I'm
that's fair.
saying?
As you should.
No, you know what I mean? No, I
That's
wouldn't do
fair,
that.
that's
That's
fair.
like, that's the equivalent of like a comedian like trying to explain to you how his shit is
joke,
funny.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on,
Right.
dog.
Yeah.
If it ain't that serious. If you ain't get it, I gotta say it better. Like, I ain't about to try to explain it to
I
you.
get you.
You smell what I'm saying? though? Like, yeah,
That means
that's-
it's his fault. It's really their fault.
I'm gonna write another one. Don't worry about it. Mark. We'll get back to it.
Right. We get the next one.
Yeah, that's why I said there's room for improvement, man. Because even it's funny with double entendres, man. Like, you gotta say that shit in a certain way because otherwise you might kill some shit in your head and not deliver what the hell you were trying to say. Nobody knows what you meant. Like,
Exactly.
But that's why
you know what I mean? though?
Yeah.
So that's you're gonna miss with something. You ain't gonna hit with all of them.
Right, that's
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Talking mad double entendres, all of them ain't gonna land.
I'm saying, but that's why Jay said don't ask me out because he can't. You know what I mean?
I can't tell
Don't
you.
even ask him out. Jay
I
definitely.
be wanting to, though.
Jay definitely not explaining
Jay-
this shit to you.
He the king.
When I
of
talk to
that,
the
and
Jay,
he
I'm
the
gonna ask
king
you
of
about the
double.
double
He
entendre.
definitely
ask you.
not breaking down his bars.
He not telling you it.
If he's gonna tell me, bro, Jay, I'm
think so?
coming, y'all. Yo,
Say less.
Hey yo, whoever was in the studio with him that day when he said, what did he say? Triple entendre, don't even ask me how.
Connect to a high power. Oh my god.
Yeah, I guarantee you, they ain't ask him.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? He walked out the booth and looked him in their face like, bro, don't ask me how.
I think they were just sitting there like,
They wanted to ask him. They was going to ask him how until he said it.
I think they was in there shrugging
I'm
shoulders
gonna
like,
ask him, yo, for real.
it's dope.
He walked out and they spoke about it amongst themselves. Like, yo, we ain't going to ask him. Like, how was that?
Drake was lucky to have that verse, boy.
And then he ran it back on like what's free. Now I was just like sitting there like, yo.
That was free verse. Man.
I'm like, who's gonna ask him?
Man.
Like, yo, that was
I forgot
wild.
about that shit, yo.
Crazy. It was verse of the year last year, in my opinion. But
No, 100%. Ain't no argument here.
I don't got nothing for you.
That's
Got nothing for you, brother. I agree.
You mentioned The Office, right?
Right.
Is that one of your favorite shows? to
Yeah,
watch
The
of all
Office
time?
is the shit.
Like all time or just like
I think it's up there. It's like top 3.
I dig it.
I had this argument earlier with somebody.
I love The Office, by the way. So
Yeah,
putting that out there.
top 3. That shit not really a sitcom. I was big on what's the other joint? Fucking Married with Children.
Oh, okay. Word.
Married with
word.
Children.
Al Bundy,
That's a classic.
Al Bundy was my dog.
He's a legend, yo.
I might put like that one in like Office 2, maybe.
That's cool.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean,
it's a wild
first of all,
list too.
I had no choice but to
my
watch
list
Married with
is
Children. I
right.
only had.
I was about to say that you only had a couple channels.
12 channels.
You was gonna
9
get that.
channels to go
You was
through.
gonna get that. You was gonna get that show.
So
bro.
at nighttime, that's all I had.
I definitely feel you because I'm a Simpsons fanatic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, Sunday after the game, the Simpsons came on at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so AJ, I wanted to ask you something. And I'm not sure whether or not you do know we went to high school together, right?
Is it Gavin?
I don't think you know we went to school together.
I totally forgot. So I don't even remember I went to school at college, so it's crazy.
Like, nah, you played ball.
I did.
I played ball. I was just younger than you.
That's probably why.
It was one of those underclass joints.
Bro, I went to school with his brother. His brother was in my class.
My brother, yeah. Okay, that's 2 years younger than
I
me.
was rapping then too. I was getting crazy then.
What?
There's only 2 people who asked Catholic rapping back then. I was waiting to ask you. I wasn't gonna ask before. I'm like, I'm gonna ask on the show because I don't think he remember me.
I did not.
Yeah,
But
bro, we played ball together and we went to school together.
Alright, so you know how I get down. You know the vibe. You know what I'm saying? You already know how I'm coming. You already know how I'm coming, baby. You know what I'm saying?
So in other words, you're trying to say he been light skinned all his life, huh?
Yeah, he was light skinned, man. No doubt about it. He was
He
light-skinned.
been light skinned all his life.
Light-skinned.
He didn't grow into it. Huh?
solid guard vibe. You know what I'm saying? You had the guard vibes. I remember.
Look,
I'm telling you,
I'm a
I
legend
remember.
out here, man.
He was aight. He was aight. He was aight, yo.
We're gonna interview you next week. We're gonna interview
Yeah,
you.
you gotta
He ain't
interview me
know.
next week.
He ain't know, yo. For real.
I totally forgot, yo. Let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. I've been down south for so long that
Right.
I be seeing people now that they be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I be like, "What's up, bro?" Like,
Bro,
you know,
I had to think about it. Like, hold the fuck up, yo. Word is born. I seen the show. I said, I think I went to school with him, bro.
Hey, you probably
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy, man.
So no,
Small
I
world.
can't wait to call my brother as soon as we get out of here. I'm calling.
Yeah, I was about to say, make sure you let your brother know. And he got to hear the tunes as well, man.
Oh, I got
I
you.
don't think
I'll
your
make
brother
sure.
know about the tunes, man. I got
He
these
definitely
jams
know.
out here, man.
That's dope. That's
I'm
dope.
a flip
Gotta let
inbox.
these people know about the jams, man. You feel me?
Oh, I got
I've been
you.
doing that. That's why I dropped the
Definitely gonna
playlist. You feel me?
Right, right.
definitely
That's
dropped the
hard, too.
playlist.
That's hard. I peeped
Definitely
that.
dropped the
I
playlist.
peeped that. That was hard.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play with y'all.
That was
That's what
hard.
we doing.
Yeah, we ain't fucking around.
What about Frasier though? You like Frasier?
I never watched Frasier one time in my life.
Damn.
Never. I've never watched Frasier one time. I know what you're talking about, the TV show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I don't even know who's on Frasier.
Damn.
That's like Seinfeld. Ain't that like a Seinfeld spinoff?
No.
What's the difference between Frasier and
Actually, yeah,
Seinfeld? That ain't the same folk?
Actually, yeah.
I don't know.
Actually,
I
it is.
don't.
They're the same white
It
folks.
It is.
Cheers.
Well,
Cheers is hard though,
Well,
right?
Cheers was the spinoff. I mean, Frasier was the spinoff from Cheers because he used to enter the bar.
Oh, Frasier was one of the dudes from
Yeah.
Cheers?
Yeah.
A word?
Well, like he wasn't like.
Okay, I
a
might gotta
regular-
figure that out. All right, so you gotta watch Cheers before you watch Frasier though.
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
You can't just throw Frasier on,
Right.
right?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you can't watch
I mean,
the spinoff without seeing the OG show.
This is true. But
Okay.
I know Cheers.
I
I
like
ain't
them both
paying attention to
equally
that.
though. I'm just saying. I just want to.
I'm gonna check Netflix to see if it's on there. I might go home and
It
watch
should
it
be.
You
tonight.
ain't never
If
hold
not-
on. You ain't never watched Cheers?
No, I wasn't into that.
It came on at 11:30.
I wasn't into that.
I saw Cheers before, but I ain't watch it.
I wasn't into that.
But
I
I know
wasn't
it
into
was.
Frasier. I really wasn't into Seinfeld for real. But
Wasn't
I
into
watched that.
Friends. I wasn't into none
None of
of
that.
that.
Friends.
I'm not
Friends
gonna
do it.
lie.
Friends didn't do it
I
for
was
me.
into it because I wasn't supposed to be watching. I'm supposed to be asleep anyway.
Yeah, that's real.
But anything, anything I could watch.
That's
you know,
real.
be like-
Yeah. Whatever you watch.
I get that,
that's
man,
hard.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
That's
I was sneaking on the phone
Supposed to
talking
be
to girls.
asleep. I was on the phone, but I was watching Cheers.
I was
on the phone and watching
I was
Cheers.
sneaking on the phone. I wasn't
Laughing.
nice.
What you laughing at when I'm watching the show?
Shit, I was talking about wasn't about. We weren't talking about Cheers. You know what I'm saying? Just say how it goes.
Light skin.
Just say, you already know. I'm trying to figure out how I'm staying home from school.
Okay.
Hey yo, before I do want to wrap up one of my last favorite songs, The General.
Okay.
I think that's one of the hard. Like that's a different vibe on that song, boy.
Yeah.
Like
shout out to my man Manhattan Mall. It's my
Manhattan
boy.
212.
My boy.
Talk about that song. Take us out on that one because that's a hard record, bro.
All right. So couple years back. First of all, shout out to my man Manhattan Mall.
Okay.
LES, you know what I'm saying? The whole Manhattan and all that good stuff. Couple years ago, we had a mutual friend, my boy Heck. We ended up going to Atlantic. So we was in Atlantic. They had the little studio joint where you could record. So without going into detail about it, we was putting together some music, trying to shop some records to some artists. Me and Manhattan Mall had never worked together at that point. But that day we was in the studio, so we ended up coming with like 50 hooks.
Wow.
Just mad different shit. And I never really did that before. Tried to make music to shop it to people. Nobody bought the records, so I still haven't really used none of them hooks.
Wow.
So I linked up with Maul, and he like, yo,
You got something.
I still want to do the hook from the day we was at Atlantic.
Okay.
So that happened to be General.
Okay.
I'm a General. He came up with that. He was trying to shop that to another artist maybe 3 years earlier. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later, he like, yo, I want to do that hook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's
how that came about.
I like
Ideas wasted, brother. Ideas wasted.
I got like 50 hooks I ain't used. That shit just reminded me, like I'm wilding. I gotta record it.
You know, to me, that song, that's the way you go out on a project like you put together.
Right.
That's how you go out.
I appreciate that.
That's exactly how you go
Because
out.
generals want to win. You feel me?
Yeah, they do.
And it was the concept to the joint, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ain't even have to change the name to that.
Right.
Like,
No.
that's
100%.
one of the only ones that shit was called General when we recorded it.
Right.
And
And
it's General.
somehow it ended up on Winter Story 2, and the name worked.
Oh, it was cool with that.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, leave it. He was like, leave it.
Yeah, everything else we changing that. Get that out of there.
Yeah. I fought hard for. I ain't changed Winter Story 2. I ain't changed Interlude, and I ain't changed General.
Oh yeah, everything else was ass.
Everything else. So 3 out of, you know what I'm saying? I changed 4 and kept 3.
Yeah, there you go.
I fought hard for it.
That's 50%. You know.
That's why I felt like it wasn't totally ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like.
I mean, you did a good job. You just needed some help a little bit.
Yeah. But that's the thing, man. Yo, I'm big on that shit, man. Like, I'm big on getting the opinions of the people around me when I'm creating music. Ultimately, I'm going to make the decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm hard-headed to a certain extent with some shit. Right. But a lot of this shit, man, it be like, I'm down to change it. Yo, what you think? Like, if you in the studio with me, bro, we don't got to be the best of friends. If you in the studio with me, and I allowed you to be chilling with me in the studio, I'm literally asking you questions.
Right. As you should, though.
You understand what I'm saying? And I don't need no resume to know your music info. It's an opinion. An opinion is an opinion. You know what I mean?
That don't mean I gotta take it. It's just a good opinion.
But I still be wanting to hear them shits, bro.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I'm big on that. So
That's dope.
all right, so next time you're in the studio,
right.
you could definitely hit us up,
Right?
Because we have a lot.
That
of
would be fire, and that would be content in itself.
Yeah, because I mean,
That's hard. We're doing it next time.
you see, we got the ear for it.
Yo.
Right. Y'all listening?
I'm gonna ask for him. He just want to ad lib. That's
fine.
it.
That's all I need.
That's all he want.
That's all I want.
His ad libs gonna be trash. Don't put his ad lib, bro.
I'm nicer than what you think I am.
I'm gonna let him ad lib it. We don't gotta keep it, but I'm gonna let him get his shit off so we can at least assess his ad libs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sitting
You can
right
just
here.
put it with the 50 hooks.
Yeah, no, we're gonna assess it.
Yeah, you can put it with the 50
With the
hooks.
50 hooks. Yo, I got 50 hooks you can ad lib.
All right, cool. I'm with it. I'm with all that. I'm with all that noise.
Hey, yo.
Y'all laughing. I'm
Hey.
dead serious. Like,
You gotta ad lib the hooks.
We believe you.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
I believe in you, bro.
Nah, I'm here for you,
I'm really
bro.
nice, though.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it like
bro.
this.
Get your shit off.
There's no way he knows this much about music
And can't.
And don't got nothing.
and don't got
I
nothing.
understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But that's like when Jalen Rose was talking about Skip. Like Skip know mad shit about basketball.
But never played.
Yeah, but they pulled his stats up. His stats was nasty. He's averaged like 1.8. Something like that, 1.8 a game.
We didn't expect.
He knows
1.8.
We didn't expect.
You know what I'm saying? He know everything.
Don't worry about it. I'm not skipped.
But yeah, I was about to say, but you ain't
Skip.
skipped though.
Definitely not Skip,
But I'm
bro.
just had to make the example.
No,
Yo,
for
if
sure.
you
If you
know about it, don't
If you
be-
trash,
I promise
Brian,
you I'm
you
not,
better
bro.
believe it.
Yo,
I
ask
believe
about
in
me,
you.
yo.
I believe in you.
Do your Googles.
Say Google me. Say Google
Yo,
me.
listen, man. Yeah, let's do it.
Nah,
All right,
bro,
so look.
Hold on, I got one last question. Though.
Okay.
How do you feel about this conceptual albums in general, or this conceptual projects? Because like, this one, in my opinion, was definitely a concept.
Would it count as a conceptual project?
In my opinion, yes.
That's good because that's what I intended it to do.
Absolutely.
I'm big on that. I want all my shits to be conceptual.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, my least favorite shit is feeling like I'm just rapping to be rapping. I be wanting to rap about something like, okay, let's make this song about red walls with paintings on it, like, but try to get from point A to point B. You understand what I'm saying?
I want to go on that journey. You know.
I'm always,
Walk me through what
I
you
like
doing,
thinking
bro.
about
I'm always trying to get from point A to point B on a record.
walk
you know
me
what
through
I'm saying?
that.
I'm huge
I want
on
to
that
be
shit,
like, I
y'all.
want to be like at my day job and just hear something like, oh, that's what he meant, or I want to see something like I love concepts.
That's why it's all those pop culture references and all of that shit, because yo, at the end of the day, people know about those things and they gravitate towards them. And yo, people be fans of some weird shit just like you be fans of some weird shit, and you don't know until you put it out in the music.
Right.
I'm a fucking huge Office fan. Now, obviously, Office got mad fans.
They do.
You understand what I'm saying?
love
So it's
The
like, yo,
Office,
when you attach yourself to these things,
You should have made a song and named it Office.
don't trip next joint, bro.
All right, my bad. I'm jumping the gun.
I definitely would have
They
had
gonna
that
do it now, bro. By the time this come
Apologize.
out, it's over. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do Parks and Recs now.
I can edit that out. I can edit it
Trip,
out.
we got other shows. Sure.
I can edit that out.
Other shows. Nah, keep it.
It's gonna be like
It ain't gonna be better than
Still two
mine.
cuts.
It's cool. I'm gonna get
Copy.
my shit off.
copy.
Yeah,
because
man.
they won't have the the ad libs from us. Trust me.
That's true. That's true. Or them 50 hooks.
Or
You know
the
what I'm
50.
saying? So
Yo, it's really man.
I might do a project with all hooks. Just
He excited.
I'm very excited.
We're gonna book you a studio session just so you can go there and rap.
beat, come on, get your hook, and then go to the next joint.
That's hard though. Like, see,
Niggas would be tight. You would be angry with me if I
I heard, yo,
That's hard. He just told me he
I'm
want
sitting
more
there-
songs on the project.
Right.
No, I'm saying,
Give
yo,
him 50 hooks, you would be tight,
I
bro.
would be tight, but that's 50 tracks.
You
though,
wouldn't
so-
download that.
I would though.
You would hit me off that like, yo, bro.
Yo, delete
I'm
all
not
of that.
putting this on my playlist, homeboy.
I'm done. I might
Yeah.
though, just to be funny. Like, what I would do, like, I would really clown you, like in the DM, like, yo, bro, what you doing?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
still show you love though. 'cause,
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll put it out, man.
That's a fact.
This was fun though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This shit was dope.
So
Definitely a
listen,
pleasure.
we appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate y'all
Had
having
some
me.
good laughs.
Yes, yes.
Yo, Winter Story 2, Mikee Mula,
Mikee Mula,
you know, Blazing Bars.
Blazing
You
Bars.
got your boy AJ.
Yeah.
Why
Go
me?
next.
Well, I'm always next. It's like, nah, it's your boy Quan. It's your boy Quan right here.
Rapping or leave, y'all.
Take us out, bro.
Yo, man. It's a fucking pleasure, man. Blazing Bars. We here, man. We spoke about some good things. Again, the project is on all streaming platforms. Winter Story 2. Under the Table 3 is going to be the next project. That'll be out by May something. May something. Then I have another project for the summer. So it's going to be a lot of rap, a lot of bars for them to assess and break down. And hopefully I'll be a guest here soon, man.
He
God
coming
willing.
back.
Yo, keep
You
coming
know?
back, bro.
So,
Be here.
We
yeah,
out.
man.
We out.
Holla at us.